Hello, it's Lucio Alejo here, and today we have another successful interview. So today we have Valeria. So Valeria is a translator and interpreter, and she needs the CAE or the C1 advance because she wants to study abroad. Okay, she wants to study in another country. And she has worked with us over the last 4 or 5 months. And in her last mock test, she got 36 points out of 40. So she only missed approximately 4 questions, which is good, which is a good way to tell us that she is ready to take the official exam. Hi, Valeria. How are you?
Hello, teacher Lucio. I'm very happy to be here and very grateful actually for you to give me this opportunity to just talk about this program. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So let's just start from the beginning. What were you doing before you enroll in the program? I mean, in terms of your preparation towards the certificate.
Oh my God, what was I not doing?
Uh-huh.
Actually, first I got into this idea of getting a scholarship in order
Mhm,
to study a master's degree abroad. So, for that, I also enrolled in another program which goal was to follow a process in order to get a scholarship of your choice, of course. And
uh-huh,
well, I was doing that. And when I got into the part of applying to universities, um, among the requirements, there was one in which you needed to have
mhm,
your English level certified, of course.
mhm,
And so I searched for the types of certifications recognized by these universities.
mhm,
And I was wondering the difference among all of these certifications, especially the IELTS, the TOEFL, the
mhm.
CAE, which made me wonder what was the most convenient.
Yep.
And I even remembered asking you about it, a small question it was, which certainly made me realize and convinced me that to prepare for the CAE exam, which is a big exam for me, and
Mhm.
I was in no way prepared to take that exam on my own, and so I needed full
Mhm.
preparation, all the tips I could get. So yeah.
Question. Why do you want to study abroad? Why not here in Peru?
First of all, my career is very small. I mean, there
Mm,
is a very small group of people, professionals of translators here in Peru,
mhm,
and so there are not a lot of master's programs
mhm,
here in Peru, and so I decided to study one abroad, specifically in the UK, since I've
mhm.
always loved this nation. I mean, England. I've always loved this country, so.
Okay.
Why not? I mean, just to get the opportunity to do that abroad and also to study, to grow professionally and
Mhm.
personally, of course.
So basically, you did this. I mean, you want to study in another country because there are no options or not many options in our country to study,
Exactly.
to pursue your dreams.
That is correct. That is
Mm,
correct. And even, I mean, there is one or two
mhm,
options here in Peru, but
mhm,
not in the specialization I
mhm.
want to focus on, which is technologies in translation. And that is the reason, the main reason actually, to study abroad. So yeah, that is correct.
That makes sense. That makes total sense to me now. Okay. Um, when you saw the requirements that you had to certify your English level internationally, okay, what was your first thought? Like, what was going on in your mind when you saw that, okay, I need this thing, I need this certificate, I don't have it, I don't hold it. So, what was your first thought there?
My first thought was I can prepare on my own,
Okay.
which is never an option. I mean, knowing me and knowing that I have a full-time job also and a lot of jobs beside, it could never happen to me to prepare on my own. And one thing is to know the language, and another
Good.
thing is to know the tips and what to expect in the
100%.
exam, right? And this program helped me with that, and not only with that, but also in the speaking part. And that is the main reason. The speaking part was the one that made me the most nervous to take the exam on my own without any preparation. And so that was my first thought. I can take it on my own, but then after I thought about it very well. I processed it. I thought, no, I have to look for a program to prepare for this exam, to this kind of
Nice.
exam. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this is the first. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, it's okay. It's normal. I think it's very normal for most people to believe that they can handle
Yeah, I
these
know.
on their own. And what I
Mm-hmm.
mean is that they believe they have the skills, the abilities to get these certificates on their own. And yeah, I mean, there have been a few cases of people who could manage this. They could get their certificates on their own,
Mm-hmm.
but it requires two things. Number one, a lot of discipline. You need to be very disciplined
Yeah.
with it, with your training. And let's face it, not many people are disciplined. We get distracted all the time easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And number two, it's more difficult when it comes to the productive skills, which are speaking and writing, right? Because, of course, certainly you can practice, you can train reading, listening.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just to have the materials, practice it on your own. But what about the speaking and writing? I mean, how do you know if you're speaking or writing properly? I mean, you definitely need feedback. You need someone next to you who can tell you, okay, this is good, this is not good, this is how you should do it, and things like that, right?
Exactly, teacher. Which, well, that made me,
Mhm.
I mean, got me into this idea of getting a program. I mean,
Mhm.
of enrolling into a program. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how was your experience with our program? We have worked together for about 4 to 5 months approximately. So, how was your experience?
Well, it met all my expectations, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
And one thing is, like I said before, to understand, right, the language, to speak it when it comes to grammar, when it comes
Mhm.
to vocabulary, like you mentioned before. But another is to train and know what to expect, know what kind of exercises and activities you might encounter during the exam, and how to do them according to the tips and the strategies this program gives you. And
Nice.
and that you have to be familiar with them, right?
Good.
During each section. I mean, the writing, the speaking part. And I was also expecting to practice my speaking skills
Mhm.
because of what I've mentioned before, since this is a part of the exam that frightens
Mhm.
me the most, and when I get really anxious. But thank goodness you guys implemented a lot of these activities and
Nice.
exercises in your classes so that we can practice these skills and well, because of that, although the classes involve teaching grammar and vocabulary too,
Mhm.
it mostly felt like conversation
Mhm.
sessions, where we were able to discuss and practice our English about different topics, which was pretty fun to do. So
Mhm.
I loved that idea. So yeah,
What do you like most about our program? I mean, there were many features.
yeah.
You mentioned some of them, but if you had to name one thing that you really like about this program, what would it be?
The speaking part,
Mhm.
definitely.
Mhm.
It made me I mean, made me more confident in speaking,
Good.
to be honest, because before all of that, because before September, because I remember I enrolled in this program in September, I think it was
Okay.
October. I cannot speak like this. I could not speak like this. I mean, and so I got more confident when
Good.
speaking, because of all the activities, like I mentioned, you guys implemented the mythology into this program. So yeah, that would be my favorite part of this of it.
Great. We were very glad that you found this program valuable, and we
Was
we gave you the tools you need to not only take the exam but take it with confidence, knowing that you
yeah.
will definitely get a good score in the test. Um, Now, what are your plans for the future? I mean, in other words, when are you planning to take the exam?
Um, Preferably in November, December, but because
Nice.
of where I live, I mean here in Piura,
Mhm.
there is one university that takes this international exam, which is
Okay.
once or twice a year. But
Mhm.
this time they decided to take it once a year, which is in
Okay.
November. So that would be the time I would be taking the exam.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Because let's remember that in your last mock test, in one of your last mock tests, you got 36 points out of 40 questions. And let's remember that these mock tests are very, very, let's say, reliable because they test the most relevant parts of the exam, like the use of English, reading, listening. How do you feel when you got this score, which is a very good score, by the way? I mean, 36 out of 40. How do you feel when you got this score?
I mean, it was great, but
Mhm.
definitely like this kind of the perfectionist part of me could be I needed more. I wanted more. So I think the one thing that got me, I mean, the most difficult part for me was
Mhm.
perhaps the complete that completion
Mhm.
words. When you have to complete the
Mhm.
words, that is the most difficult for me. And so I have to practice more in order to get that and to get the 40 points. So yeah, and because I also need a good score for
Right.
the university. So yeah,
Right. I mean, that's
it
the
felt
idea, right?
great.
I mean, especially for teachers and interpreters or translators, you guys need at least a
Yeah,
B. It could be an A or a B. You cannot get less than a B in these kind
that's
of
correct.
exams. Mhm.
Yes,
Great.
yes, exactly.
All right. And just to finish this interview, would you recommend this program to other people, friends, family, interpreters, or translators who are watching this video? If so, why would you recommend it?
Of course. I mean, I definitely would recommend this program.
Mhm.
And in fact, I recommend this program to all the people who are interested in
Good.
certifying of their English language levels. But not only that, also this program is also great for if you also wish to improve perhaps your speaking and listening
Good.
skills. Since while in class we discuss about different topics and with all the material that you guys give us, right?
Mhm.
And it because I mean, apart from that, this program is very up to date in terms
Mhm.
of methodology, since the
Good.
activities and exercises are very, very dynamic. And in terms of resources, because we receive a lot of extra material,
Mhm.
thanks to the platform. And for instance, the books, which are last edition, the mock
Mhm.
test, and even after finishing the program, we still have access to this platform.
Good.
So we can just use them for future reference, future practice. So yeah, I definitely would.
Well, we're very glad of your words, your very kind words to our program, to our service.
No problem,
And like we
teacher.
said before the interview, I mean, you are one of the few people who we love, we enjoyed having the classes with.
Thank you so
It's very clear that
much.
you're hungry, and not for food. I mean, you're hungry for success, right? You want more, you want to become more. And this is, I guess, I believe, is the main ingredient if you want to make things happen for you. So, guys, if you're watching this interview, if you need these certificates, FCE, CAE, IELTS, or TOEFL, and if you're hungry, not for food, but for success, if you want to travel to another country because of work, studies, maybe you're a teacher and you want to become an English teacher in a prestigious school or institution, you need these certificates. Okay. So you can get in touch with us and we could help you. Okay. So thank you very much, Valeria, for accepting to record this interview. You were awesome as
Thank
usual.
you.
Yeah, I mean, we wish you the best on your
Thank you so
exam.
much.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. I'm very grateful for all your support and your help and your patience. So thank
Yes.
you guys. Thank
Oh
you
no, thank
and
you.
and
Thank
teacher
you.
Kwan. Thank you.
All right. Peace out.